Big words from Bruno Fernandes, El Capitan, giving an impromptu interview. Being him in sports, he kind of talks about the team, how they need to double down. He actually took the manager's criticisms of the team being the worst in Manchester United's history to heart. It's a long look in the mirror, and it's great leadership from Bruno Fernandes. Let's listen to the interview, and we'll see you on the other side.
Manchester, he speaks about the position we are. So you look at us in the league, and we're probably in the worst position that United has ever been. I think it was only one time when United was worse than that, probably. And I don't even know if it was worse than that. So you have to take that. It's the reality, unfortunately for us, that we are in a position where this club for long time doesn't belong there, and we have to accept that and understand that we need to push ourselves to much better things and to much higher positions, because the reality is, to play for this club you have to have the pressure, you have to have the balls to play for this club, because it's what it is, and you have to feel that in every moment and every game is a new chance to bring the club back to the position he deserves. And unfortunately for us, this season has been too much up and downs, and every time it look like that we're getting there, we get punched again and we go down. But what we have to do is, every time that we get a punch, we need to get up and try to punch back.
Look, Bruno Fernandes, sir, what do you think? Those are strong words.
I mean, we need more of this. We need more of this at the club, and I think Bruno is showing his best self under this manager, because he looks a little less whingy on the pitch. He's been contributing from goals and assists, and I just think he's the man. He's always been our best player since he's been here, and we need him to kind of shoulder the responsibility a little bit better and not... You know, we have young players. We have players who are just not up to the level. And I think sometimes the way he rides players backfires, because not everybody can handle that pressure. He's really hard on himself, but I think like he's been more supportive of the players around him recently. I think that's encouraging, but also like own up to it, bro. We are shit. We are shit. We need to get better. And the only way you get better is be real. Be real with where we're at and where we're not at. So I like this from the captain. He could handle it, because everyone else, dude, it's like, this is a tough position to be in. Be captain of Manchester United right now in 13th place, 12th place, wherever you are. So I'm happy to see this from Bruno Fernandes.
Back against the wall, how do you react, right? I mean, the team's not doing well. The fact that Bruno is willing to stand tall in front of a microphone and say it straight. He doesn't whine or disagree with the manager. He says, hey, man, like, we don't want to be here, and, you know, we're going to get punched. We have to get back up. It's been a tough year. It's not good enough. And on to Cincinnati. So I really do appreciate Bruno stepping up. We haven't really seen this type of leadership from Bruno Fernandes. Like, you're right. Like, he would just be whinging, out of control, almost like over emotional. And I feel like since Amram came in, he's definitely changed a little bit. He's willing to play out of position. You're seeing less whining maybe. I've still seen it, but I would be surprised if there wasn't Ruben Amram's hand all over this, right? His fellow countryman, Ruben Amram, he would take him aside. He seems to have that leadership qualities from a coach who would go to players and tell them what to work on. And I think Bruno would listen to Amram if he said, hey, man, you're the captain of Manchester United. Like, we need you to be a leader. And I feel like you're going to start seeing Amram and his fingerprints on these players, because Bruno all of a sudden turning into like what I would consider, this is leadership right here. I haven't seen a Manchester United player come out and face the music like this since like De Gea.
18. Like 2018. Yeah.
Like De Gea came out after Newcastle, was like, hey, this is not good enough. And I just feel like you need those big players in the dressing room willing to step up and say the tough things. Just like the manager's kind of laying it out there in the press conference. He's airing the dirty laundry, but he's saying it because they're looking in the mirror and saying what the problem is. This isn't just Bentleys and, you know, we don't care about it. We're just cashing checks. This is Manchester United. We care about it. And so it's great to see Bruno face the facts.
And it's great to see, like you said, the fingerprints from the manager, because what we heard when he came in was that he was an excellent manager. He knows how to get through to so many different types of players. We've seen little upticks in certain players, right? Amad Diallo, but I think Bruno is definitely one of those players. Martinez, I think, has hit another level under this manager. Bruno, we need that. He's such a great player, but like we need him to kind of get the most out of everyone around him. He's been calmer on the ball. He's been calmer, I think, and more encouraging and less negative with his teammates. And that's the only way we're going to have to, like, by hook or by crook this season and like pull something off in the cup. It's going to be because of players like Bruno Fernandes, Amad Diallo, Sandro Martinez, Garnacho. We need the big players to step up and shoulder the weight of this club, because I'd rather us go slow, right? I don't want us to go Garnacho and try and wheel and deal too much. It's just like, let's stick with the players we got. Let's push out the players we don't want. And let's fucking turn these blocks of wood into, a statue, sir. Let's get the most out of this squad because there's players here. It's just like, it needs time, and let's not try and pull a Chelsea. Like, we're trying to, I'm going, sorry, to the Garnacho thing because I want to see this from our existing players because I think there is a lot of unsqueezed juice in this squad.
I'm just more worried about the wooden statues.
Yeah, I'm carving statues, bro. I'm making you a voodoo doll, bro.
I'm carving them out of stones.
I like wood.
Get this guy a wooden statue. Let us know what you think about Bruno Fernandes. Is he stepping up? Has he changed in Ruben Amorim? Please, comments below. Let us know. Also, subscribe and like. It's free. Helps the channel. Only 30% of people who actually view our content subscribe. Help us get to 2,000 subscribers. And we'll see you in the next video.